Find out how receptive they are to the information that you're covering and where you feel that, they'll sit. And this will come to basically the point where you need to come to discuss pricing and reveal your pricing. And at this stage, what you really want to do is kind of transition. And you want to have a few different options that people can actually basically sign up with you. And I suggest having 2 to 3 options and packages that you offer that would be a good fit for that prospect. And what you want to do is detail the benefits of those 3 different packages and prescribe one of them to them. And the way that I found works best to do this is you're going to have a love tier package and a middle tier and a high tier package. And you kind of want to lead with the high tier package and you want to see what their responses are to that and kind of what they feel about that price point. And ultimately, you want to be pitching the middle package of your program. And you will say, people engage with us in one of 3 ways. It's either this plan, or this plan. But based on everything that you've told me today, I really feel like the best fit for you right now, in order for you to achieve X outcome that you're looking for, would be to go for our middle package. And the thing is, with the middle package, you want to have the price of that just a little bit more expensive than the low tier package. And the low tier package is the one that you kind of are in business to sell. And it's one of that you expect them to take. So if you get the medium or the higher package, it's simply a bonus. But you can always fall back onto the lower tier package. And you essentially run them through those different options. And then you would prescribe one. And so based on everything that you've told me today, I really feel like this middle package would be the best fit solution. Now, usually that's $2,000 a month, and it's also a $2,000 setup fee to get started with the program and for us to write it all up for you. However, I found that the best type of clients that we get the best results for are the ones that have the ability to move quickly and be very decisive. So if you can kind of decide with me today that this is the program that you will feel it's going to do the best fit for you, I'd be more than happy to waive that setup fee and get you up and running and get those results that you're after. Now, at that stage, they might come back to you and they say, oh, you know what? That's a bit too expensive for where I'm sitting at right now. I don't have $2,000 per month. And then you can fall back onto the lighter plan and say, look, I completely appreciate that you might not have the money for that right now. Is there any other reason that you wouldn't want to move forward with this other than the money? If I could make the money make sense, could we get this handled for you? And at that stage, that's kind of a test that to see if there's anything else that's kind of holding that person back from making a decision. And if they say, no, it's just the money, then you would lean back and say, cool, we understand that. How about we do this? How about we get you started on the light package, which is only $1,200 a month. And let's get you some wins on the board and get you some forward momentum. And then maybe further down the line, we can perhaps look in getting you up in that medium package. But this is going to be a great starting point. And also to help you out with the finances, I'm happy to honor that waiving of the setup fee being $2,000 if we can go ahead and set you up today. So that's really powerful. The reason that we want to have options, it's basically when you start to present your options, the prospect is like, which one do you want? It's one or the other, right? Where if you don't have any options and you just have one program and you say, look, our program is $2,000 a month and there's a $2,000 setup fee, then that prospect is making the decision to whether or not they want to go ahead or not. What you want to do is you want to move that focus onto which package do I want to sign up, other than not do I want to sign up with these guys? And when you have those three different options, it allows you to do that. And I highly suggest never pitching the lowest package straight out the gate. And unless you really think that they are super qualified buyer and they have the means, don't pitch the highest package. Go straight down for the middle one, the medium package, because you can always upsell and downsell from here. Now, at this stage, you might be saying, look, I'm not a salesperson. I feel very uncomfortable about jumping on the phone and doing this whole sales thing. Now, you need to understand that this process is radically different from other sales process. Most of the time, people are out there and they're asking people to marry them on the first day, where we've gone about it in a completely different way. We've gone out there and demonstrated and provided value and built this whole bunch of goodwill in the marketplace, so that the people that we're jumping on the telephone with, they're the hottest leads that you can ever get, right? They're fully prepared with all the content that we've been going through. We've demonstrated that we can help them, and we're seen as a clear fit for them. And they've reached out to us and booked in a time to speak to us. So I want you to remove all the pressure about you having to jump on and be like this high pressure salesperson, or use this sales lead tactics, You're just jumping on there to do a diagnosis and to write a prescription and to help that person to get their desired end outcome. And another thing that I really want to bring up is that you might think, I've got through all this process and I've provided this whole bunch of value, and you might be feeling pretty good about that. Now, you need to understand that you are not solving anybody's problem until the sale is executed, until you've engaged with the client and they have parted with some of their hard-earned money and they've hired you as a consultant to fix their problem. No value has been exchanged at this time, right? And really, it's kind of ethical obligation to help that person in solving this problem. They have a real problem and you have the solution to that. And you need to be fully sold on that. The solution that you provide is worth 10 times more worth than what you're charging. If you're a health consultant and you're charging $2,000 a month or $1,200 a month, what is that worth to that person to get their health back on track? The life source of their life. There's nothing you can't put a price on your health, right? So you need to be completely sold around the solutions that you have and kind of jump on that call with no pressure, no obligation, but really having kind of a service that you feel like it's your service to really help that person and to get them where they want to be. And so if you're kind of thinking that you're an introvert and you're not really loudmouth and you're not kind of out there and really flamboyant and extravagant and loud, and you're not the typical kind of salesperson, that's completely fine. Because the whole process that we've taken this prospect through has eliminated the need for that whole song and dance. And having to kind of come in with this high pressure closing or anything like that, because we've taken them through this whole process to arrive them at the point where the sales should really occur as frictionless as possible. We've kind of removed all that resistance along the way, and it's just a simple question of this is all the stuff that you're going through. These are all the problems you're experiencing. Would you like some help with that? If so, I can help you on this, is what it looks like. And you will obviously get a percentage, and the largest percentage of people will probably at this stage not be able to go ahead. That's just the way the world works, right? Whether it's sales or marketing, we're always counting on a small fraction of the people taking us up on the offer, whether it's converting people on our landing pages or into our high valuable content offers, or converting those consults into appointments where we're only ever counting on a small percentage of people really taking us up on the offer. So we want that whole process to be an enjoyable one, and at the end of that consult for that person to be able to walk away better than when they jumped on that call. So you want to be providing value on that call live in the flesh, regardless of whether or not they choose to buy. And what you'll find is that the people that do buy will be a pretty frictionless process. You'll offer them those options and you'll have a paying client before you even know it. So to recap, what you want to be doing on the call is jumping on there and really having the focus on doing an accurate diagnosis of the problems that this person is experiencing, and not really having the attachment around just selling that person, but more so on really finding out what are the problems that they're experiencing. And then after you've gone through that process, you really want to prescribe the solution of exactly what it is that you're selling as being the perfect fit, just like a glove for the problems that they're experiencing. Then you want to have the option close, where you give them 2 or 3 options that they can choose to move forward with. And then finish with that action-oriented pricing schedule where you're basically motivating them to make a decision quickly and incentivizing them through pricing to do so. So the action item for this video is just to start to think about how your consultation would work and how you can use some of this framework and write your own script that's completely tailored to your specific business. And then think about what are the things that you'd go through? What are the pricing packages looking like? And then what kind of incentives in terms of pricing could you offer to motivate them to take action right now? So go ahead and do that, start to flesh that out, and we'll see you in the next video.